What does it take to understand what truly makes us happy? How do we know if the decisions we make today will lead us to happiness tomorrow? In his book Stumbling on Happiness, Dan Gilbert explored the surprising science behind our pursuit of happiness and why our minds often lead us astray. In this video, we're going to uncover how the book challenges our assumptions about what makes us happy, why understanding these concepts can transform how we approach life's big and small decisions, and practical steps you can use to make choices that align with your long-term well-being. By the end, you will see why happiness isn't something you find, it is something you create by understanding your own mind. The first core idea is the illusion of foresight. We think that we know what will make us happy, but our minds often fill in details that aren't there. This leads us to overestimate how much joy or sorrow future events will bring. For example, we imagine a dream job as a constant source of fulfillment, but overlook the day-to-day stresses it might involve. Second is the faulty memory trap. Our memories are biased. They don't store events as they happened, but as we felt that they happened. This can lead us to repeat mistakes or avoid things that might have actually brought us joy. Third is the impact of adaptation. Humans are incredibly adaptable, but this adaptability has a downside. We quickly adjust to changes that are both good or bad. This is why material possessions or major life events often bring only temporary happiness. Fourth is the danger of comparison. Comparing ourselves to others skews our perspective on happiness. We often judge our satisfaction based on what others have, not on what truly matters to us. Lastly is the importance of the present. Happiness is found in the present moment, not in obsessing over the past or worrying about the future. The more we focus on appreciating the now, the less we are at the mercy of our mind's distortions. The core ideas in Stumbling on Happiness aren't just abstract concepts. They directly influence how we live our lives. Firstly, we understand why we're disappointed. Many of us experience frustration or regret when life doesn't meet our expectations. By recognizing how our minds distort future outcomes, we can set more realistic goals and avoid unnecessary disappointment. Secondly, we break the cycle of misguided choices. If we keep trusting biased memories or chasing fleeting pleasures, we will repeat the same mistakes. Understanding these mental traps helps us make smarter, more fulfilling choices. Next, we focus on what truly matters. Life is full of distractions, from social media comparisons to consumerist pressures. These ideas remind us to prioritize genuine connections, meaningful experiences, and mindful living. Lastly, empower personal growth. When we understand that happiness isn't tied to external achievements, but how we interpret and adapt to life, we gain the tools to grow resiliently and thrive no matter the circumstances. The insights from Dan Gilbert give us the power to stop stumbling and start navigating happiness with intention and clarity. Let's see how you can apply the principles from Stumbling on Happiness. First, question your assumptions. Before making a big decision, ask yourself, am I overestimating how happy this will make me? Pause and think critically about the details you might be imagining. Second, challenge your memories. When reflecting on past events, remind yourself that your memory is not a perfect record. Focus on what you have learned instead of clinging on to how things felt. Next, focus on the process, not the outcome. Instead of seeking happiness in a specific result, enjoy the journey. For example, don't just aim for the promotion at work, but rather appreciate the skills and experiences you have gained along the way. Next, limit comparisons. Avoid measuring your happiness against others. Instead, define success and contentment on your own terms. Lastly, practice present awareness. Take moments throughout your day to pause and appreciate the now. This could be as simple as savoring your morning coffee or taking a mindful walk. Let's have a real-life example. Take Jenny. Jenny is deciding whether to buy a luxury car, and she's trying to imagine it as a source of happiness. Let's apply the lessons here. First, Jenny realizes that she is focusing on how happy she will feel driving the car, and not on the monthly payments or maintenance costs that might cause stress. Then she recalls a time when she splurged on an expensive gadget but quickly stopped using it after. Her memory reminds her that big purchases often bring temporary joy. Next, instead of buying the car, Jenny decides to focus on enjoying her current vehicle by taking more road trips and creating memories with it. Then she stops comparing herself to friends with luxury cars and instead prioritizes what matters most to her: financial stability and experiences with loved ones. Lastly, Jenny takes a deep breath, appreciates her life as it is, and feels a sense of gratitude. To wrap up, Stumbling on Happiness isn't just a book about happiness. It is a guide to understanding the way our minds work and how they shape our pursuit of joy. Whether you're making a major life decision or simply trying to find more contentment in your day-to-day life, remember, your assumptions about happiness may not be accurate. Question them. Your memories are biased. Learn from them, but don't trust them blindly. And true happiness lies in the present moment, not in comparisons or imagined futures. Happiness isn't something we stumble upon. It is something we create by learning to see the world, ourselves, and both of them combined more clearly. Once again, thank you for listening.